present Geography program for Form 4 students based on the revised curriculum. In today's program, we shall discuss fishing. With me in the studio is the radio teacher and two Form 4 students, Wambua and Atieno. They will say hello to you.
Hello, students.
Welcome to the program.
Hello and welcome, Form 4 students. In our program today, we shall discuss 1. Definition of fishing, 2. Factors influencing fishing, 3. Distribution of major fishing grounds of the world, and 4. Types and methods of fishing. Could you please define fishing, Wambua?
Fishing refers to all aspects of human pursuit of aquatic animals in the seas, rivers, lakes and swamps all over the world. It involves the harvesting of aquatic animals like prawns, shrimps, mollusks and pearls.
That is correct, Wambua. The catch may be for commercial purposes or for subsistence. Teacher, write the term mollusks on the board. Mollusks is spelled M-O-L-L-U-S-C-S. M-O-L-L-U-S-C-S. Thank you, teacher. Welcome back, class. Let us now consider the factors influencing fishing. These factors include 1. Cool waters, 2. Depth of the water, 3. Ocean currents, 4. Nature of the coastline, 5. Technology, 6. Availability of capital, 7. Market availability, 8. Availability of transport, 9. Labor, and 10. Government support. Teacher, write these factors on the board.
Excuse me, teacher. How do these factors influence fishing?
That is a good question, Atieno. Cool waters of temperature latitudes above 50 degrees north and south of the equator are suitable for marine life of high commercial value such as cod, herring, mackerel, plaice and salmon. Tropical waters are too warm for fish species of high value to survive. On the other hand, shallow waters of about 200 meters below the water surface allow sunlight to penetrate to the ocean bed, making it possible for tiny plant organisms called phytoplanktons and microscopic sea creatures called zooplanktons to flourish and provide adequate fish food. Ocean currents are an important factor since the meeting of cold and warm ocean currents make planktons available for fish. For example, where the cold Labrador current meets the warm Gulf Stream is one of the richest fishing grounds of the world. Nature of the coastline determines the amount and availability of fish. This is because a highly indented coastline provides very ideal sites for the thriving of fish since they provide bays with calm water for fish breeding and for fish villages. Such sites are well sheltered from the rough sea waves and are not heavily affected by tides. Such inlets also provide deep harbors for the anchorage of fishing vessels.
Teacher, may I explain how technology and availability of capital influence fishing?
Okay, Wambua.
Large-scale fishing involves exploiting fish from their natural habitats. This not only requires skills but also sophisticated fishing equipment such as boats, refrigerators and processing plants. In addition, commercial exploitation of fish requires capital to buy equipment, build processing plants, storage and marketing facilities.
Very good, Wambua. Being perishable, fish requires an efficient transport network and specialized refrigerated trucks to transport it quickly to the market. Fishing requires much labor, while processing, which includes cutting, cleaning, salting, smoking, drying and canning, requires even more. Countries with a high population provide abundant and cheap labor as well as ready market for fish and fish products. Lastly, government support helps the fishing industry to flourish through providing loans, tax waiver on fishing equipment, and improvement of infrastructure in the fishing areas to the market. Teacher, classify and discuss the factors we have discussed into physical, human, and economic factors and write them on the board. Stay tuned. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, students. Welcome back. Having looked at the conditions favoring fishing, let us now consider the distribution of major fishing grounds of the world. Teacher, discuss with your students the major world fishing grounds. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, students. Welcome back. I hope you have mentioned the following fishing grounds. 1. Pacific fishing grounds, which include Northeast Pacific and Northwest Pacific. And 2. Atlantic fishing grounds, which are divided into Northeast Atlantic and Northwest Atlantic. Atieno, you seem to have something to say.
Yes, teacher. It seems that the major fishing grounds of the world are found in the temperate region of the Northern Hemisphere.
That is a very good observation, Atieno. This is because generally these coasts are washed by cold ocean currents, resulting to cool temperatures which are conducive to flourishing of planktons. Also, temperate coasts upon which cold and warm ocean currents converge to form major fishing grounds because they form cool waters, making the area ice-free for fishing to be carried out. Can you tell the class where the Northeast Atlantic fishing ground is found, Wambua?
This region is along the western coast of Europe. It begins from Portugal and extends to the North Sea through the English Channel to the Arctic Ocean. It covers the coastlines of France, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Spain, Iceland, Britain, and Finland. Major fish species caught here include herring, mackerel, and cod.
Very right, Wambua. On the other hand, northwest of Atlantic fishing ground occurs along the eastern coast of North America. This region extends from the coast of Newfoundland to New England. Major fish species caught here include haddock, cod, herring, mackerel, lobsters, menhaden, hake, and flounder. Let us now look at the Northwest Pacific fishing ground, which is also known as Northeast Asia fishing ground. It stretches from the Bering Sea to the South China Sea, covering Japan, China, North and South Korea, and eastern Russia. The principal fish caught here are cod, herring, tuna, bonito, mackerel, and salmon. This region forms the world's largest and richest fishing ground, with total fish caught annually being approximated at 17 million tons. The Northeast Pacific fishing ground is located in the west coast of North America. It stretches from Alaska and southern California, covering coasts of British Columbia, Canada, Washington, and Oregon in United States of America. Main fish caught here is salmon. Other types of fish are tuna, herring, sardines, lobsters, crabs, and mackerel. Lastly, it's important to note that the major countries involved in contributing the largest share of fish to the world market are China, Peru, Chile, Japan, United States of America, India, and Russia. Teacher, ask the students to draw a sketch map showing the world's major fishing grounds and draw it on the board. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, class. Welcome back. Let us now discuss the types of fishing. The following are the various types of fishing. 1. Pelagic fishing. 2. Demersal fishing. 3. Anadromous fishing. And 4. Crustacean fishing. Teacher, list down these types of fishing on the board and discuss them with the students. Stay tuned. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, students. Welcome back.
Excuse me, teacher. What do you mean by pelagic fishing?
That is a good question, Atieno. Pelagic fishing involves catching fish close to the surface of the earth. Pelagic fish are generally small in size, about 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters. They swim close to the surface of the water in large groups known as shoals. They regularly migrate from one place to another, making fishing in places where they occur seasonal. Sometimes in the year, the fish move to other places to spawn or to breed. Species of fish caught in pelagic fishing include salmon, herring, mackerel, pilchards, menhaden, and sardines. Explain to us demersal fishing, Wambua.
Teacher, I think demersal